Welcome to Mind Your Biz, brought to you by the Orange County Chamber of Commerce, a fresh, casual space for real conversations about business, life, and community. Hosted by me, Heather Bell, President and CEO. Each episode features one-on-one chats with local business leaders and corporate partners. We go beyond the company's headlines to explore the people behind the success, their passion, insights, and stories. Welcome to today's episode of Mind Your Biz. Today I am joined by Roy Mendel, who is the finance manager for Community Products in Chester, New York, and also one of our valued board members. Welcome, Roy.
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. I'm so excited you were able to join us.
Yeah, good to be here.
So, 1947 was when Community Playthings was added to the umbrella of Community Products, followed by Riften Equipment, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so we've been in business for quite some time. Tell the audience what Community Playthings is. I know what it is, but I want to hear from you.
So in 1947, there was a small cooperative community in rural Georgia. Macedonia was the name. Mm-hmm. And they merged with our Bruderhof community movement in Riften, New York, Ulster County, in the early 1950s, and Community Playthings became official. So they started that furniture company, and it kind of expanded from there. And
Community Products is the overarching umbrella.
Yes,
but Community Playthings and Riften Equipment are two separate businesses under.
Yes. So I can tell briefly that to begin with, Community Playthings was the sole business. It was the sole income for our Bruderhof communities of families and children and elderly, who look after each other and work together and support their local community.
I love this community. You've heard me say that before.
Yeah. So obviously that income stream is important, and it took quite a bit of uphill work to get to where we are today. And in 1977, some of our design team went to Connecticut to make a neighborly visit to a school of disabled children, and they were asked to make a chair for one of the children, and they kind of had advanced knowledge of building and carpentry, woodworking. So they did that, and then these requests kind of kept coming, and out of that, Riften Equipment was born.
So Community Playthings is equipment for preschools, early learning,
yes.
Education.
So early childhood furniture and play equipment. It's all wood, American manufactured. Our wood is sustainably harvested, and all our maple is actually harvested within 500 miles of our factories.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't aware of that.
So outdoor wooden play equipment, and then classroom furniture. And we offer the full suite from cribs to chairs, building blocks, and it's all mobile. There's nothing. We're not doing climbing frames and attached infrastructure. It's things that they can move around and store. And very high end, I would say, at the market. Kind of a
you're gold standard, right?
Yeah, we try to be, and that's partly thanks to our first kind of general manager, whose name was Tom Potts. And when asked what the three most important things about our company were, he said quality, quality, and quality.
What a great business model.
We try to live up to that still today.
Yeah, I know my grandchildren actually have a couple pieces from you, and they are unmatched. I mean, that's actually better than what's in their daycare center.
Sure. Yeah, and that's how we don't apologize for the price or for obviously the quality. And part of that marketing strategy, I believe, is that if a daycare or a school system has high-end furniture, it'll attract qualified teachers, it'll help their enrollment, and we tell people to decide to pick carefully what they want, because they'll have it for a long time.
So daycare centers, preschools, what about early education in the elementary schools?
Absolutely, yes. We serve a lot of elementary schools, middle schools. New York City is a big market, California, for the outdoor play equipment. Mm-hmm. One of our our newer lines in Community Playthings is called Outlast, and it's specifically for outdoor play. So it's a kind of wood that is cured through a pickling process, and it can be outdoors in water and any weather, and it will not shrink or warp or crack.
That is impressive.
It's very cool stuff. So
in any weather.
Yeah, and because in California the weather's nice mostly, the kids are out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So the market is growing for that. So we're putting a lot of design effort and capacity effort into that.
I've been fortunate enough to go on a tour of the production warehouse in Fox Hill.
Yes.
Are there other ones, or is that where everything is made?
So in Belleville and Chester, we also make different products. Obviously, Fox Hill focuses on the Outlast at this point, and we do more of the classroom chairs. We make a line of cots. A lot of kids in the younger ages need to have a rest at noon, so we provide that. We have factories in southwestern Pennsylvania that do cribs, like for infants.
Okay. So this is like a one-stop shop. If you wanted to open a preschool or a daycare, you would just go on communityplaythings.com and you could shop for absolutely everything that you needed.
Yes, that's the whole point. So there are products among our product line that aren't breadwinners. Mm-hmm. The margins are narrow, but we hold on to them, like a cot, for instance.
Okay.
So it's a lot of work to make, and the materials are kind of expensive because it's a quality product. Mm-hmm. But because of the nature of it, we don't charge a lot. We don't increase the margin unnecessarily. Mm-hmm. However, it fills out our suite completely, and so that when a customer, a director of a school system calls our account managers and says, can you help me out? We also provide a free room planning service. So they'll plan the room to scale. Everything is laid out, and then can also give them a free quote. So this is what, if you want all these things laid out like this, and this is an ergonomic way, this is a good flow. A lot of research, obviously, and education.
A lot more going on behind the scenes than the general public realizes.
It's beyond me, for sure. Yeah. But we have a very dedicated team to do that. So that's a service people definitely take advantage of. Mm-hmm.
And then from that grew, as you mentioned earlier, Riften Equipment, and that focuses primarily on children with disabilities. Yes. Adaptive equipment.
So in the 70s, special needs children and people with disabilities weren't recognized or given the attention we feel they deserve. Mm-hmm. And I would say Riften Equipment kind of grew along that sensitivity in the country as people paid more attention and insurance started to cover equipment to help people with their dignity, whether it was toileting or being able to walk or use public transport or access multi-story buildings. So Riften Equipment's mission is to give these people who can't walk and talk and hear or do the things that I can do, give them the opportunities to have a job or to travel or to do anything that they want. And so that company is much more of a medical grade, very, very advanced technology, metalworking and electronics in some of the products.
Okay. And now in the community, are these the only two businesses, or are there other ancillary businesses? You know what? I'm just thinking right now, there's Plow Magazine.
There's Plow. Plow we don't consider as a for-profit. Okay. However, they do sell books. We have a quarterly magazine that's widely read in certain circles, and they host conferences and travel quite a bit. And that would part of Community Playthings and Riften Equipment is to support, obviously, the people behind the companies and their livelihoods. But it's also to support our mission, which Plow would be a perfect example of. So we spread the gospel and the message of peace and being able to live together in harmony. That's what we try to represent. And
you do it so well. You're such great neighbors to every community that you are affiliated with. I remember the first time that I met the Bruderhof community, I was up in Kingston, New York, and beautiful people that were working with the community garden at the YMCA, and then coming down here to Orange County, when I learned that the community was here too, I was excited to be able to work with you again. And you just tell us about some of the ways that you work within the community.
Sure. So we're involved in I would say, any local initiative that we feel we want to support. So, like for instance, I'll go to town board meetings and attend those just to be involved at that level. And then we do work for local parks and are involved in the police departments, and then also the food banks, local food banks, food pantries. We donate extra vegetables wherever we can. We try not to be just philanthropists in the sense of handing out money.
Right.
So we try to be the face of that as well, and get involved on a personal level.
You know what I love? I have to give a shout out to Gary and Jill. Every year at Christmas time, we get Christmas caroled. They bring the kids and they drive all over Orange County with a van full of children, Christmas caroling to businesses. And that is just one of the highlights of my holiday season.
Yes, yeah, we definitely do that. Christmas is a big highlight for us.
Yeah.
Sure.
And you also have, I think, the drive-through nativity?
Yes, we actually discovered that during COVID because we couldn't have in-person live nativities, so that was an interesting one that caught on and people love it.
And now the community as a whole, very insular, able to sustain itself, really doesn't need much of the outside world to do so, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but at the same time, we try to remain integrated with our local communities.
Right.
So we've intentionally chosen not to just cut ourselves off.
Right.
For many reasons, including that people from the outside occasionally join our communities, and our young people go out to college or university, and some choose a different path.
And now the young people, they have to take a year away from the community, is that correct?
It's not a strict rule.
Oh, okay.
They're encouraged to get a different experience.
I love that.
Yeah, definitely to go to college. We always support them to get further education, and if they're not interested in that, maybe a different work experience.
Younger children are homeschooled, or you have schools in each community?
We have schools in each community, and then we have a central high school, at least for our American communities. It's up in Esopus.
Yes.
It was former Mount St. Alphonsus.
Okay.
And it's in Esopus, the town of Esopus. So we now call it the Mount Academy. So the Mount Academy collects students from all the communities within driving distance, and they also board international students.
It's beautiful. I've seen it several times.
Yeah, it's
right
quite
on
an
9W. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you also have musicians.
That's correct.
So several of our galas have been graced by the string quartet that comes in and does a beautiful job during our gala cocktail hour. And I've been to a couple of the community breakfasts and lunches, and I'm just always so delighted when the chorus comes in and sings for everybody. And there are songs that everybody knows, so we all join in. And it's very joyous. It's very celebratory. Yeah. And then also there was that mixer that we had. You knew I was going to bring this up, Roy.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
So we had a great membership appreciation mixer. The Bruderhof community hosts this for us. And we had cows that got loose in the middle of a conversation that was rather important. So it was very entertaining.
Yeah.
So now the cows, they're dairy cows, they're beef cows, they're both?
We actually have both. Those cows that you're referring to were dairy cows.
Okay.
So they provide milk for the whole community,
and delicious yogurt that you make.
Yogurt, yeah, and butter and mozzarella cheese if there's extra. Yeah, so it's the farm to table thing, but a large piece of why we do that, some of that farming is for education for our kids. We call ourselves an educational community. Yeah. So children are a big part of what we do and how we do it, which translates directly into Community Playthings and our mission there. Wonderful. Yeah.
Anything you want the community to know?
I would say if you haven't visited us or seen us around in town, come check us out. We'll have a fall open house. The date is still to be determined. Each of our locations actually always has a fall open house, just to open doors and let neighbors and friends come and see who we are and what we do, and show that we care about our local community, and
You do.
we need those around us. Maybe not so much in a practical way, but we can all learn from each other, and if we work together and help those that are less fortunate.
Thanks, Roy. We're going to get to the fun part now.
Okay.
This is the moment where we get to mind Roy's business.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. What was your first car?
Ooh, I started out as an electrician, so actually it was a work van. It was a GMC Safari. It was a pretty good beater, but it did the job. Yeah.
Favorite place in the world that you visited?
Ooh, that's a good one. Probably Kathmandu in Nepal.
Wow, that must have been an experience.
It was. Yeah, I spent 2 months in Nepal, actually, doing relief work, but we had a lot of fun too.
That sounds
Doing
fabulous.
some bungee jumping and mountain climbing.
I could see you doing that.
Yeah,
As
fun.
reserved as you are, I could see you doing that.
Yeah.
All right, last question. Favorite ice cream flavor?
Ooh. Probably right now, Colombian coffee.
Roy, I could share ice cream with you.
Okay,
That's a good one.
that's a deal.
Maybe throw a little bit of chocolate on it.
Sure.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Heather. Thanks for having me.
That's it for today's episode of Mind Your Biz. I look forward to seeing you soon. We're coming to you from Forge 28 in Warwick, New York, produced by Diamond Green Media.